Autobots, roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Rescue Bots Optimus Prime Racetrack trailer, and I love this set. Released in 2017, it is still in stores as of the time of this recording, and it retails for approximately $50. However, I found mine on Amazon for $34, so at that price, I just simply could not pass this up, and I absolutely am so glad that I got this because this is such a fun set to play with. And with a little one on the way, I cannot wait to introduce him or her to this set. And I am looking forward to hours and hours of fun playing with my little one with this set when the time comes. I'm just really looking forward to that. So, as you can see here, Optimus is an absolute massive truck and trailer combo. The truck itself is approximately 12 inches long, about 6 inches tall. The trailer, 17.5 inches long, 9.5 inches tall. Combined length of 24 inches long. This thing is as long as Fortress Maximus is tall, and that's just absolutely ridiculous, and I love it. Now, the set comes with the truck, the trailer, which is going to convert into an even longer racetrack set later on, and it also comes with a couple of these little flip racers that have been coming out with the Rescue Bots line recently, and this is kind of like my first introduction to the flip racers, and I'm really really having a lot of fun with these guys. So the set comes with Bumblebee. Here you go. You can see what Bumblebee looks like there, and then this other guy, and I really don't know who this is. And the funny part is that the box, and I have the box right here. I'm looking at the box. The box is massive. I'm not even going to bother putting it in camera. But you know how usually the packages will say, set includes so-and-so or such and such or whatever. No mention of these guys absolutely anywhere in the package. It does not tell you who they are. This is very obviously Bumblebee, but no idea who this is. It's just some transparently or some transparent blue plastic here, see-through guy that turns into some sort of a little white and blue racer. No idea who this is. I didn't watch more than half of the first season of Rescue Bots, so I don't know. I don't know who this is. But as you can see, if you don't know by now, the flip racer gimmick is that they're gravity-fed little Transformers, no steps to them. You just flip them over, and they're transformed. And then when you stand them up, they have little gravity-fed heads here that's going to pop the arms up, and then they can just stand there. So you can just kind of knock them over, and away they go. They'll just take off racing. And that's the whole gimmick with this. This is a sort of a launcher for these little flip racers, so you can collect a whole bunch of these and then just have an all-out drag race of flip racers with this thing. It's really, really cool. So we're going to get into these guys a little more in depth later. Let's take a look at Optimus first, because we're actually going to look at Optimus the least out of this whole set. Reach down here. As you see, there's a pin to attach the trailer to Optimus, and then there is also a leg that you can pull out, and the trailer is going to just stand. So we'll go ahead and set the trailer off to the back there, and we'll look at Optimus. And again, Optimus is just a big truck. That's about it. A little bit of hollowness here. There's actually a purpose to this according to the instructions. It's absolutely crazy. I'll show you that in a moment. Transformation for Optimus is super simple. He's clipped in 2 spots here. You're just going to unpeg him from there, stand him up. He's going to automorph. I'm going to have to move the camera up, so let me do this now. Because the transformation is automorph and I want you to see it. So when you stand it up, as you can see, the legs or the arms and the head just popped up automatically, and then you can just pull the legs apart, and there is Optimus Prime in robot mode. And, you know, for a Rescue Bots Optimus Prime, I think he looks just fine. Just absolutely good-looking Optimus Prime, very G1-ish, but also that little kitty kind of Rescue Bot style that I actually really do enjoy. So I think it looks pretty cool. And what's awesome about this thing is that it's absolutely massive. 15.5 inches tall. What little kid is not going to have a blast running around with this gigantic Optimus Prime in their hands? That is just the coolest thing ever. I absolutely love that. Fortunately, no articulation. You see the arms are just kind of curled there. They don't do anything. No articulation. He's just going to stand there and look imposive. Imposive? Is that a word? Imposing. So it's just an imposing Optimus Prime. Now, I did mention the hollowness on the back of the legs. This is just absolutely nuts if you ask me, but according to the instructions, these hollow spots here are for storage of the little flip razors that they come with. I'm not even kidding. There it is. I am not lying to you. There it is right there. Funny, crazy, whatever. But it's also helpful in truck mode. You know, when he's actually in truck mode, you can actually store a couple of cars in there too, you know, while you're driving around in truck mode, if you happen to run out of room for the trailer. So let's take a look at the trailer. We're going to set Optimus off to the side and pull this massive thing in here. So there's a couple of things that we can do with this trailer. Besides being a car carrier, as you can see, we can just mount loads and loads of cars up here. We're going to bring this guy in here too. I saw this guy at Babies R Us. My wife and I went to Babies R Us to start our gift registry. And I saw this guy there. And no questions asked. I just picked him up. I don't know if I want to do a review on this guy because, you know, there's nothing to it. That's it. I don't know if I want to do a full-blown episode of That's Just Prime on this guy. But when I saw it, I just had to pick it up. Look at that. How could I not? So anyway, so there he is. We're going to put him here. And this is my full collection of little flip racers at the moment. But there you go. So you could put a ton of these guys up here. As you can see, there's just plenty of room for them up there. There's also room for them down here. And so we're going to take a look at the first thing that we can do. And that is this little panel here. So as you can see, both panels flip down. There's this little piece right here. And you can, again, store a bunch of these. You can put them in here. You can stand them up on the sides here or have them down in car mode, whatever you decide. Now, these little baskets here, you can store them standing up just like that. And the trailer is not going to be quite clipped in right now. I'm just kind of doing this for the purpose of the review so we can see what it looks like. So let me get that bar far back as possible. So what you would do is you can see Bumblebee's just standing there. And then you can open up the side. And what's supposed to happen is when he comes down, it's going to transform. And as you saw, launch Bumblebee right off my table. So yeah, so you got these two little baskets. You can see there's one on the other side there as well, right back there. So you would have your little flip racer right there. And then you can just flip that down and launch it. So that's it. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this trailer. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset because this thing is so big and I am going to change my angle here. Right, okay, so the rarely used long angle here on my table. This thing is just absolutely massive. I have no choice. So we're going to transform the trailer, and to do that, we're going to pop up the top of the trailer. This thing is just going to come all the way out. And as you saw, the sides are just going to pop to the sides. And that is going to be it for transformation on the trailer. Now, once again, from here, we can still use these side ramps. So you can stand your little flip bots there and then bring that down and they can shoot off to the sides just like that. But the big one here is going to be our launch feature. So we can take our flip razors, whoever they may be that you want to race, and you can set these guys off in here in these little stand baskets. And so what we're going to do is we're going to push down on this button up here. This is going to flip, which is going to make our flip racers transform, and they're going to sort of drag race down the ramp here. And I'm going to try to stop them at the end here so they don't roll off the table, just like that. And Bumblebee didn't quite make it. Sometimes they do get caught on the sides here and they flip over, which is, you know, it's all part of the fun. Let's see who can make it off and who doesn't. So this time around, I'm going to race Optimus Prime, and I guess Bumblebee didn't make it, so let's just give him a chance at redemption. And there we go. And so they made it all the way down. So as you can see, you can just load these guys up in here. Let's try these two again. They didn't. Let's see. Bumblebee got cut on this side last time, right? So let's see if that happens again. Nope, there they go. Just perfectly fine. So yeah, so you know, you can just collect a ton of these little flip racers. And you have yourself an amazing, very cool looking storage set here for the flip racers. You can just put a ton of these guys in here all over the place. Even Optimus can keep a couple inside of his legs. And then set this thing up and have yourself just a drag racing night and just start racing and matching these guys up and racing them against each other. And as you saw, they kind of have different results when you launch them, different little flip racers are going to make it down the ramp at different times. Of course, when I say that, they come down at the same time, don't they? But what I have noticed is that usually, let's see, I don't think I've raced these two together. See, I'm doing it now. I don't think I've raced these two together, so now I'm going to race them. And you see the little blue car actually beat Optimus Prime on that one. How did Optimus Prime fare against Bumblebee? Let's see. So what's cool is, those kind of came down at the same time. I think Bumblebee just barely beat him. But yeah, as you can see, they don't all roll the same exact way. So you can actually match them up and have yourself little races and see who's faster than the other, that kind of stuff. I can just see hours and hours and hours of fun with this thing. When my youngest daughter was much younger, when I first got my Fortress Maximus, we spent, I think, an entire day and a half rolling the original G1 basic Autobots up the elevator and down the ramp. And we just did that over and over and over for about a day and a half. So I can absolutely see with a toddler, which I'm going to be testing here in about a year and a half myself, I can see this just going on and on and on for hours. Brilliant idea. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to put this into proper practical testing with a toddler when the time comes. So I think that about covers Transformers Rescue Bots, Optimus Prime, Racetrack, and Trailer. What did you think of this playset, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.